There's a weird thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it sound like those treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Welcome to GUFON Lives, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is still March 11th. It is still Friday on the East Coast, and it's still 2022. How the hell are you? We're here for the discussion show, the show after the show where we show off what we already learned, or we just shoot the shit in the breeze and everything else just becomes what it is. I'm going to be dropping the link in case you want to join the show. The only reason you have to, if you have something relevant you want to talk about. So, link to show. And I'll pin that there. And that'll go into the pinned area up. Pin message. If you want to join the show, you can. This is a show for the people. And that's it. It's not for me. It's not for anybody else. Just you if you want to join the show. If you don't want to join the show, then we go home. All right? That's it. And we did talk about the Phoenix Lights, the lies, the deceit, the fakeness, the rejuvenance of a once known Broadway dancer / actress, and also the governor who is as slimy as they get in the field. He's like a Biden type is what he is, has this history of being in the government and never did anything good. Never did nothing. Not that I know of. In Arizona, he sucked. He did. And that's why I don't like him. And he was in that James Fox movie, the last one, or two ago, and he's talking how, I knew I had a duty to do, and I felt like I wanted to come out and let the world know that we're no different. He said, we're no different. I saw it, you saw it, everybody saw it. It's a whole love fest in Arizona because I came forward, he said. I came forward for the people. Speaking of people, there's Dorothy. Thanks for the $2 PayPal, too, by the way. I saw it at the end of the show. Wanted to thank you for that support. Dorothy Hawkins, a continuing supporter of GUFON and a good friend of the show. Welcome to GUFON Lives.
Hey, you're welcome for the $2, pal. You'll need it for a Friday night beer if you get
Hell
one.
yeah. Hell yeah. It all adds up, right?
Indeed. I have a question for you about the Phoenix Lights and one of the theories that's going around about the Phoenix Lights. And that was the idea that it was a projected image, like a projected movie image that was done holographically somehow with, giant beams or Project Bluebeam, I guess is what I'm thinking. But once you've seen the whale splash down inside of a gymnasium full of people, once you've seen the giant kitty way up on top of this building, moving around, that looks so real. I think it's in Japan where that is. You have to wonder if if it's a plausible theory about the Phoenix Lights, especially given your own experience of seeing a grid pattern in one of your dream type things that you had.
No. The grid was real. That wasn't a dream.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What if they were laying out the measurements of the grid so that you could see something holographically in proportion to the room that you were in or something. And the Phoenix Lights were that idea just blown up massively big.
Well, it was 7 years after the Phoenix, or 8 years or so after the Phoenix Lights, but they could have had the technology. The reason I don't think it's that, and I've heard that theory before, is because it was a few hour event that started in Henderson, Nevada, worked its way to Kingman, Arizona, down through Flagstaff, Sedona, and all the way through the middle of Phoenix. And I don't think a projection could have been done that way unless they had some sort of floating device that had the lights on all the areas to project the image of the craft. But that is not what people saw. And when you talk to these people, every one of them who saw it, they're telling you the truth. They didn't think they saw something that was a hologram, or they saw it going, blocking out the stars. And some people heard a light hum, to it. Very, very cool. 1 to 2 miles wide. That's a big projection. That would make sense because something that big we don't have in our arsenal. And if it's a projection, well, what's holding up the projectors?
Well, wouldn't it have been cast from above somehow?
Yeah, I know. But you mean maybe 30,000 feet up somewhere and projecting downward?
Right. So where the origin point of the projection isn't seen from the ground.
Yeah,
but,
that's a tough one.
The projection way up close is seen. It would make sense to me. It kind of harkens back to other things that have been seen in the sky. Like, I don't want to go all religious on you, but the appearance at Fatima in front of 70,000 people of Mary. Could that be one of those advanced technologies that we just don't have ourselves being projected for us? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. It's really an amazing sighting, and thousands of people, over 10,000 definitely saw it. They think 100,000 people saw it. For that to be a projection at night in the dark and still seeing very clear image of something in the sky, to me, I don't think it would be a projection, but who knows? Who's got a coffee cup they're clanging over there? What's up, Star Galactic Federation? Welcome to GUFON Lives. How you doing?
All right, mate. Richie, how you going?
Doing well, man. Thanks for hanging out again. And
I just spent 4 hours fixing my computer yesterday.
That's it?
I sound better now, don't I?
Your volume's a little low, but you sound better.
Oh, let me get me closer, I reckon, yeah.
It could be me. So what do you think? Anything you want to add to the Phoenix Lights? Because it is 25 years now.
Yeah, I know. I believe that's all bullshit. It's just, I've seen a lot of videos on that subject, but it's just flares, basically, I'm seeing. And,
No. You're not looking at the right thing, though, because there is no sighting. There is no video of the Phoenix Lights.
Oh, well, I'll just send you the link.
Yeah, I know, but I have that.
Video.
But that's a 10 o'clock sighting. That's not the one at...
Was it? Was it an 8 o'clock sighting, was it?
There was 2 sightings. Here, look, I have it right here. Actually, it's a good video that you just sent. Lord Ludicrous, we'll get to you in a minute here. I'm just going to play this video real quick, because this is interesting, what I'm seeing here, and I know I can go through it quickly. Here we go. 3, 2, 1... So only one TV station in Phoenix never carried the story. In fact, refused their own main network. Just refused. Their network had a private studio for that early morning. Wait, what did I miss? Something's weird already. Truly one of the biggest lies in modern time. Using the story as a hook to keep the viewer watching the newscast. It's always been the last story. True, right. Big deal. They always do that with UFOs. Misinformation abounds in some UFO groups, movies, books. People who knew the truth lied just now. That is true. Dr. Lynne, yeah. I think she's making up a bunch of shit. Only one TV station in Phoenix never carried the story. Their network had to use a private studio for that feed, that early morning show. Well, they're not mentioning the 10 o'clock at night. This is is that supposed to be Metzger or Motzer? My name's Richard Motzer. I was the lead investigator for MUFON of Arizona back then. Oh, that's interesting. I know the name. I own and have the rights to the only video of the true Phoenix Lights. Oh, that's why you sent this to me. I have the videos of the 10 p.m. flare drop, which has become the false. That's right. So let's take a look at the false story first. Yeah, we know the false story. This is great. Well, what is this?
So it starts off one anyway, and then it starts lining up.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a second line coming up, and there'll be a third one, and the fourth one, and so on and so on.
I'm
up to
hoping to see it.
7 lights.
The only one showing right now.
Do you know where this was shot at?
I don't know.
Like what part of Phoenix? Do you know anything about this video?
Not really, no.
Okay. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I didn't see anything else pop up.
Hoping to spectacular happens, I'll turn it back on. Okay, it's 9:45, same object as the last one. Just a position check. Gonna shut it down again for a few minutes.
Just make sure you add that.
Hey, that one just blinked off. Camera's going back off again unless something happens there in a minute. Almost directly over that little light.
Right, flares. Yeah. But what time was this?
Get
he
it
said?
back down on the tripod here.
9:47. This is way after.
Okay, the camera's.
Yeah, okay, I see what he's saying. Okay, so this goes to the story that I was saying before, that they really were dropping flares that night. This is about 20 minutes before the famous video is shot from 30 miles away. Huh?
Maybe to cover up the other one that's going on, maybe further.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. They realized that they can maybe duplicate it with flares, but that is...
To get people to look in that direction, not in the other direction.
Yeah, pretty quick thinking. Now, the famous 10 p.m. flare drop, now known as the false Phoenix Lights, distance from flares is 69 miles. They can be seen clear to Yuma and much further. Wow, really? This was taken 35 miles away, the famous one.
Yeah,
It's not.
It was like 8 o'clock at night.
Well, the real one, but nobody got video of it.
That's right. I can't seem to find any of them.
You can't, yeah, because there is no video. So this is the famous flare drop. The Maryland Air Guard ran out of range time. They were not allowed to land back in Tucson with the flares on board, which is what I said. The reason for the flares seeming to go out one at a time, and the order is different on each video, is the jagged peaks on the mountains. Yeah, right. They matched it up with the daytime. And when these flares were falling to the ground, the peaks of the mountains would block each one out, which was on Discovery Channel. He has many other videos shot over the mountains prior, just like Dr. Lynne. So this is great. So I may contact this person to see only people who were located in high elevation homes, like Dr. Lynne, shot any footage at 10 p.m. But that was Michael Craigston, who was the guy. Well, that's where they drop flares all the time. It's the Barry Goldwater Gunnery Range. Yep. That's what I said. Pretty amazing. Good stuff, man.
Is that what you think that the doctor saw? The lady that Greenwald just interviewed? Greenwald Jr.?
Yeah, that's Dr. Lynne.
Dr. Lynne, yeah.
Oh, Dorothy fell out? Oh, maybe she'll be back.
Hey, I was going to ask you real quick.
What's up, man?
When are you going to be at that launch? What day?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the 20th.
The 20th? Okay, I thought it was the 15th. All right, cool.
I was told it was
I'll have Manny give you my information. Manny's got my information, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the.
It's
supposed to be the 20th because that's the first day of spring and all that stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
That's cool.
What's that?
I said no. It's really cool that you're getting to do that. I'm really jealous, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've never been to a launch, and this is the biggest rocket ever launched in history.
Yeah, it's historical too, so it's cool. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's the Artemis rocket. It's gonna be awesome. There's Dorothy popping back. Where you going, huh? Where you been?
So, Rich, what do you think that the Phoenix Lights were? Do you think
Well,
that they were drones, early drone tech,
No.
something like that, then, or do you think they were orbs? What do you think?
Well, apparently, no, I don't know, because I didn't see it, and I hate that I didn't see it. But if I saw it, I would have a different idea of what I think I saw. But
it has a boomerang shape to it.
It has, yeah, like a boomerang shape, yeah, like arrowhead almost.
Didn't all the witnesses pretty much describe the same thing?
Pretty much, almost identical.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
And it wasn't even that high at some points. Just maybe 100 feet off the ground or 200 feet, very low.
It was
just above the building lines or whatever, I guess.
Above the mountains, yeah, right above these.
Mountains.
They're called the Squaw Peak Mountains, yeah. And that's. Pardon?
And I was watching a movie called The Last Star Warrior.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Shows about the Phoenix Lights and all that.
It's a great movie.
Well, the thing about this now, Greer said he was in Phoenix that day, and he can verify he was, and that he talked to the vaping Phoenix Lights. Whoever's vaping, you got to put that on mute. Yeah, so Dr. Greer supposedly told the aliens where to go. Yeah, if you believe that one. I don't.
I don't know about that. That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's definitely talked about it. Yep.
Oh,
Dr. Greer.
That
Come
sounds
on.
like something he would say.
I kind of get a little annoyed because every time something big happens, Greer's got to be poking around like, I knew it, or I told them, or we had insiders. He's always finding a way to wedge himself in the story, it seems. But that sighting, I think...
You can never disprove it, you know.
Right, of course. That's the magic of popping fresh dough.
That's
And
the magic of ufology.
I was going to say David Wilcock and all the bullshit he's talking about still.
Speaking of which, I was Stephen from the True Seekers.
Yeah.
Have you seen his channel?
Of course.
Yeah, I've just subscribed to his channel, and he's got some pretty interesting videos, man. And I hate David Wilcock. He's such a lying prick.
Oh, he's the worst. He's the worst.
He's the worst lying.
If I was to vote...
It goes the same for Edge of Wonder, Ben and Rob.
Really?
Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking lying pricks too.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I remember David back from the 2012 stuff, the Mayan calendar. Everyone was about to assume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the full ball's
he
gonna
lost
end.
me. All that, I was like...
And he was talking about, like, there was going to be no nuclear war or all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about he bought a fucking military hangar.
Yeah, he's going to build the craft, yeah.
To build those hovercraft fucking vehicles using free energy or some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's the prototype's supposed to come out in December this year. Never going to happen.
And he's saying he's not making any money from live streams he's making, all right? And that's another lie.
Yeah, that guy's insane.
I tell you what.
Hey, you should see the fucking hair, mate. It's like... it's like a fucking
we need
gay
to
guy.
get a bucket up for money and offer his ex-wife like $500 and have you interview her.
He's turning into gay.
Probably using money.
You should see his fucking eyes, mate. He's got fucking wrinkles around his eyes. He's getting old so quick. I mean, he's got.
He's going through a divorce. That'll do it to you. If you've ever gone through a divorce.
Yeah, he's lost his 2 mansions already.
He is faking the look that he's got tonight that I saw on Steven's show. I'm actually going to pull it up here.
It's like going for that wild scientist look, like not that other dude off Alien Scientist that's got that wild ass haircut, but he's gonna go for like a Einstein, Rick and Morty, like Rick. I don't know. It's gonna be some weird. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to.
He is such a shark. He's the worst of the worst. And if I was, like I was saying before,
he preys upon people's desire to believe in something bigger and really plays that whole aspect up. It's almost like he's trying to be some new religious leader in a way.
Right.
But for the New Agers who are into all the crystal stuff and the, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's a warped sense of, I don't know, his sense of his own destiny or something that kind of like rubs me weird, because it's like, well, yeah, you might have a destiny, but if you're advertising it and charging $333 for your, you know, 6-week course where you talk for 5 hours
you don't get, you know, and you people don't get
Linda
it.
Moulton Howe's the same way. She's turned into the exact same thing.
Yeah, they've all have turned.
They're in their downfall of, like, how old is Linda Moulton Howe? I mean, she's got remote viewing back to 1967 to give descriptions of aliens and aircrafts. And
yeah,
stuff.
she's 70
I mean,
something.
what is she doing, you know? And that's just what's for free. Imagine what's going on behind the paywall. It's like Heaven's Gate type shit.
He knows that we exist, right? If you got 40 billion planets, then it's very, very silly to think that we don't exist. Okay, and it's a story about a hero. So it's the hero's journey. The rat didn't even have a pancreas.
I can't. I just can't. It makes me so angry. The stupid guitar, the light.
It makes me sick just looking at him.
I know. Yeah, me too. That's right. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's listen a little more.
Autopsied other rats from the same period of time, and their pancreas had dissolved inside the body. It literally had dissolved. Okay? Now, if he shines the pancreas light into the area where the pancreas was, but it no longer exists, with 24 hours to live, literally within the last day of life, these rats spontaneously restored their health.
Shut up, you stupid asshole.
He's going to get screwed over, man. Left and right and center.
I'm surprised
incredible
about
claims require incredible proof.
Have you ever heard him talk about the
you
plants?
can't make such incredible claims and have no proof to show for it. But people are very gullible, and I think they're vulnerable to this, you know, this kind of, I don't know, what would you call it? He's definitely got showmanship there going for him.
Schizophrenia?
But his claims of his prophecies coming true and so forth are always after the fact. When Edgar Cayce was doing his readings, he had people recording the readings right as they were happening, and they were written down and the dates noted and the time noted, and you know, and those records are all kept at this research center that was developed after he died. I believe it was developed. Maybe it was developed before he died, but you know what I'm saying? They were taking a more scientific approach to this idea of channeling information and having it on record by, you know, trusted associates who would be there when he was doing the readings and taking it down verbatim, you know, what he was saying and so forth.
No, I got it. Don't do that.
He was
Don't.
using
No.
Michael Gabler, or the
It is on.
angel.
Hey,
Gable, Michael Gable or something.
I've been
my
hearing
God!
what you guys have been saying.
It was channeling with.
I have been listening to what you've been saying, and this is just wrong. It's wrong, and you're making me go crazy. I can't stand it. You understand? This isn't funny, Lord. I can't hear you because I'm speaking now. Okay, so I need everybody to listen. Okay, how do I look? Fantastic? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes, Fire Marshal Bill.
My name's David, and I don't like these fake names that I keep hearing about people. I have got people in the know that are going to bring us technology that you would never have guessed that I could get. I can get all of this. We will have planetariums. We will have golf courses in space. will be able to get there with my car. And I sure look good, don't I? Is this on?
Rich does a really good Wilcock, don't you think so?
Absolutely.
Laugh.
Very good.
It's really
character.
funny. Yeah, he's got characters, and he's got character. What I appreciate so much is that Rich is very authentic in how he feels about this field.
He
He's
makes people laugh.
quite passionate about it. He doesn't take, fakers and liars and fraudsters well. And I'm glad, because this field needs the critic. At least one. There are a few out there. Rich, I think, has been the most vocal for a long time, but I know other people are questioning, the people who are at the forefront of this paranormal and UFO field too. And it's important to have the balance. If everything goes with this la la land sort of thing, it seems to me that people will just be bamboozled into another fake story, another myth, another set of legends being made. And a lot of it centers around the UFO technology and the aliens, From what I understand, the aliens don't even want that to happen. There was a term used instead of aliens, calling them celestials because they reside up in the sky, which makes more sense to me. I call them the sky campers myself, because they seem to be camped out up there.
I think they're
There
underwater.
you go, Lord Registries.
I think that they're all underwater.
There are ones underwater. I've been reading
what I
this
mean?
book by a guy, Paul Wallace, who was recounting the ancestor stories from Australia there where he is. And there's this group of beings that they refer to as the Mamiwata, who will abduct people off the beach, take them to their underground base,
How you spell
and
that?
keep them there. MAMI and a second word, WATA, I believe. I'd have to look it up to be sure. But there was a story of one of his neighbor's friend's daughter who was missing for like 3 years, and one day she just showed up, and it took her a while to tell her story because she could hardly believe that she had been taken by the Mamiwata off the beach and, stayed with them for like 3 years, and then all of a sudden she shows back up at home.
That's
I'll have to look that up for you guys. I can quote from his book. He told me I could. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Paul Wallace, a really good author.
I always think of Abyss, like why couldn't be something down there in those deep depths?
Yeah, The Abyss
ocean.
was great. That was a great movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I loved how they created the being to come up as, structured water spout or something coming up from the pool where they got inside the vessel they were in.
They were like light beings, I guess you could say, right?
Right. They were saved from destruction by these underwater beings. And I think the Mamiwata in Australia, and there are other stories from other cultures too, all around coastlines all over the place, of beings who take people under the water and, similar to the aliens from the skies, force them to reproduce alien hybrid babies or, being hybrids. And maybe it's because their own species can't, procreate. And so they're trying to make hybrids from us because we've got little bits of their DNA in our structure already, since if life is plentiful everywhere, you'd have to think that sentient life would also be able to be plentiful anywhere. The stories we've had handed down to us for, thousands of years are so cryptic and coded and shrouded in mystery, surrounded by religious fervor, and it all comes down to languages, man.
Do you believe in mermaids, though?
They could exist. Why wouldn't humans have also done the same thing that, like whales did? They used to be on the land, and as the environment changed, they changed to be more water-oriented. There could be some humanoid mermaid type
people. It looks
people.
like Falcon is on the screen up here in the top right. The blacked out face, like he's anonymous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you were saying you believe that mermaids are real?
Oh, absolutely.
Up there? I can't see your name.
Star Galactic Federation.
Star Galactic. Do you have a shorter name, Star? I'll just call you Star.
I just call me Mike.
Mike,
just call me Mike. Yeah.
Good. I've had a few beers and I've smoked.
Because I'm a DJ and everyone calls me DJ Man Mike.
DJ Man Mike. So why do you believe that there are mermaids?
I've read some stories about it a long time ago when I was a child, and going past from the generation to generation, and they're basically fish people, basically. It all goes back to Atlantis.
Nice. Well, there's that story of those Russian divers that met some kind of underwater beings, right?
I've seen a lot of videos and photos too, that by the way. You should see a lot of photos and videos. They should be on the site.
But I'm sure Dorothy knows or is familiar with the story, right? Those Russian divers in the lake, one of the deepest freshwater lakes. They were deep diving, and these beings, they got a couple of pictures, pulled their mask off or something.
Yeah, they've seen some pyramids under the water too.
Was that the one with the submersible? Where
They've been involved. The people were outside swimming. Yeah, it's one of these.
I'm jumping off again. My machine is going weird, Rich. I got to get off here.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Hey,
see you. Thanks, too. Dorothy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rich.
Anytime. Yeah, I'm not sure if mermaids are real. I don't see how we wouldn't have known by now, but there's been a lot of strange stuff captured underwater.
And videos, I've seen a lot of videos and pictures of it, but on the internet and shit, but I don't know if they are real or not, but it's like, I've heard a lot of stories about it, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't really seen one myself.
Yeah, what about Bigfoot? What do you think about Bigfoot?
Sasquatch and all that.
Well, I am going to be Bigfoot hunting. Yeah, I'm going to go on a Bigfoot hunt. Yeah. I'm going to look for, what do they call them?
What do you think?
People say it's
Sasquatch.
No, the other ones out here where I live in Florida.
Shadow
the
people.
swamp monsters?
No, the other, not shadow people. I'm talking about Bigfoot.
Yeah, that comes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I can't think of the name.
Not Yeti, but it's something that has to do the skunk ape.
Skunk ape, that's it.
Yeah, skunky ape.
That's cool, man. That'll be
not
cool.
Unless we are somehow dealing with some old previous civilization. It's been here for a long, long time, even before us.
Off-world Adam, I have got to boot you off of here because you have soft porn, and I don't really appreciate that. So you gotta go.
Oh.
Yeah, don't really appreciate the guy grabbing the girl's titties as a profile pic.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so I have to edit that out after the show's over. So that'll take a few hours because that's how long it takes. But you can't be... Yeah, see, I think I put the show... I think we're off. I think I turned us off by accident. Let me put us back to public. I think I accidentally ruined the show. Yeah, I think we're back up. That's weird. It shouldn't have done what it did. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that was weird. I may have ruined everything.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Thing's an interesting situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I may have gotten booted off because of that.
Oh.
That's how. Yeah. So, and then that also comes as a community warning strike. So, not real happy with that. Very unhappy.
That's not cool.
Yeah, and I think we may be done.
That's fine, man. You gotta handle what you gotta handle.
Yep. All right. Well,
So,
we're gonna end it.
Man,
Thanks. Oh, we're live.
like I
It
said,
says
I'll
we're
get,
live. Yeah, it says we're live.
Oh, okay.
We're live.
Well.
Yeah, it just took a minute to come back, but I'm gonna end it. I mean, there's no reason to keep going. Everything's messed up now. Thank you, Off-World. Appreciate that. Guys, thank you very much. And we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing this show tomorrow because it's Saturday, but we'll be back Saturday in the UK at
We're
4
live
p.m.
now.
on GUFON. Huh?
But we're live now on my end. So
Yeah, I know it's back, but I'm not in the mood anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know, unless
pretty-
you guys have something
that's-
else you want to say.
no, I
I'm
don't
good.
think
I'm gonna
so.
jump off.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm all
have Manny
good.
send you my stuff, and we would, like I said, grab a beer or something after we get done doing the photo stuff. So, but we'll see you tomorrow.
All right,
on
guy.
live stream, so.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Lord
I'm-
Ludicrous.
I'm
Thanks,
all
Star
good, so just sort
Star
that-
Galactic. Yeah, thanks for
Sort-
hanging out, man. Appreciate the video, too.
Yeah, sort that shit out, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. All right, take care, bud.
All right, later, mate.
Bye, mate. Nice. All right, I'm going to end the show and make sure we don't get that community strike. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.